Hi, we're back in Gungeon. I don't remember who I was last time, but we're gonna be this little doodad this time. It's been a long time since the last time I did Gungeon, so we'll see how this one goes. Start off with Blasphemy and the T-shirt cannon and the drum clip. So nothing at all that's even remotely good for my current situation. Let's see if I can remember all these buttons. I mean, Blasphemy is fine. I don't personally like the weapon, but it is a powerhouse until anything slightly bad happens. And then after that, we're pretty much on our own. Pretty much without a help in the world. Means I should also stop approaching enemies while they spawn, because they could be explode them up style grenades. How's everything been? Today is last day of August for me. It's probably a little later in the year for you watching this video. It's probably the 15th of September, maybe at the earliest. I'd say 16th is likely, but I'm kind of guessing at this point. I don't have the video. Oh, wait, I do have it picked up. It looks like it's the 16th, yeah. I kind of recorded a bunch of videos in advance to prepare for when Margot got here, so I wasn't doing this every single day. So I'm sitting on like a treasure trove of previously recorded videos, and when we do have time, or when I do have time, and it kind of fits, I've been trying to get a little bit farther ahead even. Okay, that'll be good backup for if I get hit. Whoa, don't aim towards the water. Stop looking at the water. Focus on your own self as the target. Don't forget the basics about this stuff. Just keep everything cool and controlled. Keep the water okay. Don't focus on it. So now we can turn that heart into safety hearts. Yeah, today's gonna be is Margot's 16th birthday, so we're gonna be doing she wanted to do tacos today. So we're doing regular beef and fake meat, fake beef tacos. I need like all of that stuff in there. The ring of chest friendship. I need. Oh my god. Okay, let's do it. Ring of chest friendship is very useful. God, I feel so weird using this because of the way it moves you. You kind of have to like constantly pull away. The t-shirt cannon is shitty. So we're not even considering that like a part of the arsenal if we can avoid using it at all. And this one's it's kind of like being the convict, you know, in some ways, where you want to get close. Getting close is really great for this boss because you can keep him from moving too much, but also he has like surprise attacks. So we got a boss of him. We didn't get any keys, which is a bit of a bummer. Because I would really like to get chest friendship. If I even got one key, I might give up 2 chests to have more chests appear throughout the run. Armor is super useful for this current setup. Yeah, it's it always feels good to be back in Gungeon. I feel like there's a lot of runs between Gungeon runs. A lot of the time, dude. Where could the could be here? I guess. No. That's kind of the only spot on that side. Could be right here. Nope. We'll blink here. Got the blink back, but it doesn't do anything. We have exactly enough for Ring of Chest Friendship. So we won't be getting the Ring of Chest Friendship. We'll be getting this Ready by Baby. So that's a Guan Stone, which is good. I think it does. This is the one that actually attacks with us. Out of money. Out of keys. And I mean, we got a boss weapon. We have armor, so we're a little bit safer on this. And we have the ability to fly over some trap rooms. I need to find my water. I'll be right back. Here's something I haven't talked about much, but like the world is kind of played out. So I've actually been playing a little bit of The Witcher 3. I'm not a huge fan of open world games. Okay, so that statement has a lot of like caveats and stuff to it. I've played a bunch of open world games. It's kind of hard to avoid it at this point. I loved Breath of the Wild. I loved Shadow of Mordor, honestly. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of WB games in general, because I think Warner Brothers is scum. Fuck. But, man, I can't believe I got hit there. But I think they're, you know, they're trying to be a little Activision in every way that they can. A little, well, I guess Blizzard is Activision. A little EA. And, you know, that's a huge bummer. Because I really think that Shadow of Mordor is great. And I've been playing, I've actually been playing a little bit of Shadow of War, too. Wait, I can knock this guy out. Because it was free on a Humble Bundle. I remember the huge outcry about that game, and I think it was justified outcry. Justified vitriol, the way they handled all of the various microtransactions. Those got taken from the game, but even still, because they thought they could get away with it, I would never have paid money for that. Just like, you know, I was actually kind of excited about the Square Enix Crystal Dynamics Marvel's game, Marvel Avengers game, but they're leaning in hardcore to post-purchase monetization, which is just like, you know, it's such a double dipping situation. Full price games with, and I know I have heard myself in the past justify it with Overwatch, and I regret having justified it, because it's like the whole game is built around that. The game constantly pressures you to have the next thing, to not be in a default skin, to not to show your whatever. They're constantly flashing up little specials and sales and stuff, and it turns a game into just a fucking marketplace. And you know, Fortnite's is pretty notorious about being extreme about that, but all these other games are just hoping for some of that sweet, fat money cake. And, you know, it sucks. It sucks to see that become the absolute standard. That's just the way it goes now. And so I basically, any game that I see that's doing that constantly, I kind of immediately take note and don't purchase those games. But anyway, Shadow of War is a lot of fun. And even before that, I was talking about The Witcher 3. And The Witcher 3 is incredible. I finally... So I've been putting in some work into my computer to get it running with the two 2080 Ti's. They were running really hot. Turns out the case I was using was really shitty. 2080 Ti's just often run very, very hot, so it was shutting down all the time. I was having all these other problems from... not just from overheating, oh god, but from kind of other boneheaded decisions that I was making with the CPU cooler and yada yada yada. Like I was trying to really do it up, and I wasn't fixing a major problem. So I got a new case, took it to the professionals at Fry's, and had them install it instead of leaving it in my dumb hands. And you know, it still runs a little hot, but I can just point a fan right at it, and then it's not hot so much no more. Very hard to say. Dang, sucks. Well, not a whole lot in the way of benefits from any of this. Roll bombs are not something I was hoping for. I already checked this one for being a mimic. But yeah, that's it for this floor. But yeah, so ever since I got everything set up, I've been able to run at 3440 by 1440 at full 100 frames per second, which is what my monitor can handle. I have Afterburner going, and I have some like I have the maximum temperature set to a bit lower. I have the fan curve set to go off a little sooner, stuff like that. But overall, I've been letting it ride. And since I got the new case and just started being like aware of this stuff, I'm not overclocking it or underclocking it like I was doing when it was in the old case. Now I'm just making sure that the fans don't get too hot, or the fans kick on early before it has the opportunity to get too hot. God, I hate the freaking thing. Just sitting there expecting it to do anything worthwhile, and it never ends up doing nothing of any worth. Ooh. Alright, handle the other guys. Handle these predictable dictables. These predictable dictables. So even now, with just this game going, is like the card's at 50% or 58 degrees centigrade, and that's insane for Gungeon. That's a hot card. I wish I had gone with a non-NVIDIA, non-Founders Edition card. Man, I want both of those. But here we are. I will buy the sling before we leave this floor, especially if we get access to the oubliette, or the Abbey. It could be north of this room. Ain't. Tisn't. Of course. That was really good. That was really good, and we found out where it is. It's just about as far away as it could possibly be. Man, that was some crazy Warple luck there. But besides that, I'm just about done with part 2 in my book. Well, anyway, let's go back to Witcher 3. I gameplay gets in the way of my thinking a lot of the time. I can't remember what I was talking about often when anything at all happens in this game that I'm actively playing. But let's go back to The Witcher 3. So now I have that running at full... You know, I have like NVIDIA Hairworks turned off, and I have like the anti-aliasing pretty low because at a higher resolution it matters less. It's weird because, you know, they're... Just by having more active pixels or whatever, you really can see a lot more clearly the diagonals. You don't need to get up and have them be softened to the same degree. So turn the anti-aliasing pretty low because that's got a huge performance impact. If I run anything in 1080p, because that's like, you know, because it doesn't matter, or it doesn't benefit in any way from higher resolutions, then... Oh shit, that was the wrong word. Then, you know, anti-aliasing goes on, I save on the resolution. But Witcher 3 at 100 frames per second is just fucking gorgeous, and it's partially my way of like keeping myself from getting too excited about goddamn cyberpunk. I have been reading a cyberpunk novel. Well, I've been listening to a cyberpunk novel, Mona Lisa Overdrive by William Gibson, the author of Neuromancer. And I guess, as I'm finding out, this is more or less a follow-up to Neuromancer. I thought that, like, it was just kind of like a similar aesthetic to Neuromancer, a similar story, kind of, or environment. I thought it was another cyberpunk bit of storytelling, but it is a direct sequel to Neuromancer, which is real cool. Or maybe not a direct sequel, but it follows the same world as Neuromancer, which is danged cool. So, here's what we're gonna do. 42, that's less than 100, we can get both of those. And then, you're gonna have to trust me on this one. I don't really trust me on this one, but you're gonna have to. Sorry. Do this. Shit. I'll get this one. Oh, it's something. You know, I always pick the brown chest over the over anything but like a black chest. If there's a chance it can turn into more keys. It sucks because we're like 5 cents away from getting another, having the money to get another key, but 5 cents is basically infinity cents if you don't have it. Yeah, I don't know. The character, like the best word I can think of it is like, I keep wanting to say like the thickness of the characters, but I know thick has a totally different connotation. The solidity and the sense of realism you get with a lot of the characters in The Witcher, especially in The Witcher 3. is something that I'm very, very excited to see in Cyberpunk. Gameplay and stuff, I'm interested. I mean, obviously, you know, I don't want it to be shitty gameplay-wise, but the world-building stuff, I am, like, fully stoked about. Like, I want the story. Where's this little turd? I want that. I want to live in Nate City. Like, a good game will be great, but a great story is like, I don't know. And I'm making it hard for myself by listening to this audiobook because, you know, oh wow, I forgot about that. The Cyberpunk stories they kind of lean heavily into the noir detective story in a lot of ways, and you know, I think that noir detective stories can be pretty cornball. I think they have a big tendency to ham it up as part of their style. It's like a functional part of what makes them work is that they're so predictable and heavy-handed with their approach to storytelling. But you know, it's gonna be nice to live in that. Like, I think the difference between reading it, just sitting down and reading that, even though I am loving just reading or listening to it. Like, Neuromancer blew me away. Not just, like, one of the things that blew me away about it was how very clearly everything in the Matrix was a direct rip of Neuromancer. Like, I mean, they even call it the Matrix in Neuromancer. There's some stuff that isn't there because technology happened to go in a different direction, but there's a fucking lot that is straight up Gibsonian. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy once you realize how much that, like, cultural tentpole owes to Gibson's work. Like, I don't know, but it's good stuff. You know, I think, let's go to the boss. The boss is this way. I think, like, if it were bad writing, then that it wouldn't matter. But Gibson can put some crazy good sentences together, and again, I don't super care about noir detective novels or anything like that, but in his hands, it's like, it's so good. It totally, like, oh, well, that was early. Get that out of the way. Nice and quick. Now we can just focus on fighting this guy. Can we get another one? Oh, you can get two? Huh. He does have an upper limit, though. An upper range limit. Okay. And it looks like if he swallows him up, then he's just gone. Didn't think about this, did you, you dumb dick? We got that thing that makes the bow, like, really good if you charge it or whatever. Still takes freaking forever to use. Every time I hear anything that sounds like a a fan turning up really quickly, I get very worried. Because that is the bad sound for the PC. It hasn't happened since, well, it happened once right after I got it worked on. Right after it got its treatment, but, I reseated the graphics cards and stuff after that, and then everything was fine. I mean, everything has been fine for now. I haven't had any shutdowns. Do. It kind of sucks. This one could have a key. Does not. One key on the floor here that we won't even get. Heavy bullets is worth more. Man, sometimes when you click that, it's like the game is doing a little dice. When you pick up a piece of junk, it's like the game is doing the dice roll live. Decide if it's going to be junkin or just a piece of regular junk. It's a little bit of loading. Wow, I am leaning very hard on the one shoulder. Let's not do it that way. Alright, so this floor did not give us much. We got heavy bullets, which is great. But we got the freaking bow as our only weapon. And the other thing. So funny to see him get stopped in his tracks like that. The bow and then that Phoenix. Get out of here, dummy. But things in general have been pretty decent. Like, it's weird because actually more time has gone by between videos than usually, because I like sat down and just did so many to prepare for this this time where it's not, I'm not gonna have as much time to do videos. I still have time. It's not like I don't have any free time. I have nothing but free time. But I'm trying not to treat my time as free time, I guess. It's like trying not to treat your savings account as as your money. I find it better for myself to pretend that I still have required work. God, I hate when I don't track that enough. Alright, we need a key for the link. We will not be joining the rap today. And yes, I know I complained about the quality of this item that I use. That's like welcome to Rufus Plays Gungeon. Just welcome to it. Been playing a lot of Gunfire. I've actually, like, for the first time, been playing Gunfire that I haven't recorded. So, some of the Gunfire videos on my YouTube channel are out of order because, like, sometimes I can't put the game down. But it's been a long time since I played any roguelite that I did not record for this channel. and it's really nice to have. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, things going all over the place. Is he stuck? He's stuck on the freaking thing. There's another turret out there. So this turret, that first turret was like a roadblock. Huh. Huh. Not a fan of what we got, necessarily, but some curse would be cool for this run, too. Yeah, so for most of this run I've been using, and probably continuing for the most of this run, I will be using these two weapons that I don't like. Just because from a practical perspective, they're very useful. Not necessarily good. Doesn't smell good. It smells better than before. I'm Bradley Michael Parks, and my dad said I can sell the food tube. Thank ye for the key. Thank you for the coup. Thank the yes for the cuss. That's what we wanted to do. Gunfire Reborn is crazy because, you know, Nate and I were... It took us a while to get our first clear. And that's kind of how it goes a lot of the time. And then once everything clicks into place, once you understand the moves and the mechanics of the enemies... Dude, what is with this game? I can't afford either of those. Then you start to just, like, get to the point where you make it repeatable. And it didn't seem like it was going to be easily repeatable. Damn, I fucking hate this. It didn't seem like it was ever going to get to that point, but something clicked, and at least two-player, Nate and I, have been clearing it a good deal. However, we did just unlock Nightmare mode, an experimental mode that they added to the beta path, and we can't even get close. So we're working on getting there. A lot of unlocks in elite mode. There's different characters to max up there. They have like leveling outside of like building up your weapons and your abilities. There's the ascension stuff that happens within the run, and then there's the talents, which, like, most of the talents are shared between any characters that you play as, but then there are hero-specific ones, so you gotta go in actually as the hero, and you make that character better with time. It does seem like a game where eventually you'll unlock everything, just by, if you just play enough. Even if you don't ever beat it, you can unlock all of the talents. They added another character, cat character, who's cool, melee focused, has the ability to regenerate shields, regenerate armor. Actually, shields they regenerate over time. Armor does not, but you can use one of his abilities to give yourself a little boost, and you can level up how much that ability boosts it. Wow. I don't know why, but that's very surprising to me that the turret got frozen. A lot of ammo on this run. Not a shitload of keys, but a lot of ammo. So dumb. Like, felt the shot coming too. Ooh, that was actually pretty close too. I've been playing some Undermine, which is a much more Zelda-esque roguelite. I mean, Binding of Isaac is also very Zelda-esque, but this in Undermine you also can only melee, so it's got that similarity as well. Well, you have a melee and then a like a boomerang with your pickaxe, but you don't have, you're not shooting guns like you basically are in Isaac. Whoa, scary stuff. Very close to having dodged the wrong way. Man, we don't have any. We didn't fall off that. We got hit in a stupid way, and it sucks because that turned out to be the only hit we would have taken. The song that I keep mumbling is called Playboy of the Western World. It's by, I think, Connie Conway or something like that. An album called, oh man, I don't know. I've been getting a lot of music from Spotify, so I don't remember the names of the artist that frequently. Yes. You've got to be kidding me. So the turret exploded and shoved me forward. Not something I've ever experienced before. That sucks. I felt so certain in that. Wow. Man. Oh, what is it? What does it got? What's this energy? Why can't you tell? I don't know what that one does. Oh, increases the range of the roll bombs by a huge margin. A very large margin. Ugh. Sucks. That sucks. Damage I took. It felt stupid. I was just about to say I could keep this one and use it for massive Chevy loves, but I'm not gonna do it. And this will be my new, whatever that other thing was called. That was a terrible shot. Dude, why is this so far away? Man, losing the lead god there is a real crummy bee. It's a real slap to the old emotions. Hey, what's that? Man, they're listening to fucking Jason Mraz next door, and it makes me want to freaking explode up my own skull. Thank you. Thank you for the Dillinger, or whatever the fuck that one's called. What is that one called? Okay. Well. I guess this run is slowly deteriorating. It's gonna be one of those. It's very weird. Didn't expect it with this run. Very surprising. Wolf. The wolf alive. Let's get rid of the Derringer. And anything else is... No, we have no chance of using. Okay. Go ahead and drop this here. I got a new chair. Can't see the top of it. Well, you can. It's an Aeron. It's very comfortable. I'm enjoying it a great deal. Wait a second. That seems suspicious. Really? Alright. I don't know why I went here. What I meant to do was here. It is extremely comfortable. I have my old, like, race car style gaming chair back behind the green screen right now. And it's just like, there was nothing wrong with that one, but besides long-term swamp ass. I've been doing a lot of like writing at my computer now, and it's like I should have bought some more. Because like, you know, you start to feel just how much worse the like leather is than, or you know, I think it's like vegan leather nowadays, but how constricted that feels after a while in the butt zone. Fucking dick. All right, well, we're stuck to this. We don't really have any other weapon use. It's kind of nice to be free from the freaking thing, but why is that the only shrine we got? We got 3 of those. Man, I wonder. We don't want any of this. And it makes our Wandstone fatter, and maybe I think it shoots more frequently. Yeah. Greater bullet rapidity. Tier delay reduction is down. Oh, we also have the wolf doing stuff. I kind of wish I had the banner. I don't know if Wandstones count towards the battle standard, but it'd be nice to have it. It'd be really nice to have full HP, just because it would mean that I'm not unfull. So our damage boosters are heavy bullets and +1 bullets, which are both plus 25%. Dude, Nightmare mode in Gunfire really makes you feel like, not just like you're crappy at the game, but like I don't know, like the enemies are unkillable in a certain number. Like there's nothing, there's no way to handle it. Oh, I turned that, flip that to early. Let's burn those real quick. I really should be using the portable turret like all the freaking time. I'm not gonna go in there quite yet. We should go in there because we have the ability to put out the fire. And that's like the only valid reason for not doing it. What else has been going on? Oh, so you know how I just like made fun of noir style detective novels? I'm gonna be working one of those into book 3 of the book I'm working on. It ties in a lot of ways to the protagonist, but he's a big fan of this particular pulp detective, and I don't know, I'm really excited to write like a kind of like a cornball detective story in the midst of this other story. And you know, I think everybody has had the book within a book experience. Like, why not just write this as its own thing, kind of thing? But it makes sense. So most of the book has like a framing device where it switches off to these other characters that are kind of like overseeing a bunch of stuff, and those characters are going to be kind of put aside for the time being. So it's going to be really nice to have. Dang, that sucks. Arctic box, I think, just gave us orange or blonde stone or something. Let's just do this real quick. I gotta be a little careful because there's actually the chance that my orbitals can bounce those reflective bolts back at me. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Whoops. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I was at a weird angle, so I got hit by... Man. I suck. I suck when I haven't played this game in a while. Maybe just, like... out of this game engine. Wait a second. That's the one I was looking for. Just, it would have just taken one. Just a single one. Is that Vorpal, you crap? Alright, so kind of falling apart a little bit at the end here. Not completely falling apart. I don't think that's good enough. I think that's all we gotta do. And just keep it together, I guess. Keep it together with, you know, suddenly less ammo showing up. We could drop a, the heart lunchbox to get back to full, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to use the blade the whole time. The honed edge. I wonder. Why do I keep doing that? I wonder what's going to turn. Well, there's not really a turning this one around at this point, but I wonder how this is going to feel by the end of this floor. Pressure blank is good. Doing this the long way, it seems. Let's get out of here, guys. Jump up, get the last one for me. We can't find him. It's too far away. 134 more shots of this might be a problem. It is weird that we had those like those 2 floors of just like absurd numbers of ammo drops, and now when I like gave most of them to the bow. Now we can't get a drop to save our lives. I kind of hate when I have a run on this roguelite shuffle that I don't get anything. I mean, I hate it regardless, but I especially hate it on this roguelite shuffle because I get Gungeon so much less frequently that I really want to just have crazy knock them out the park ones. I did tell the other streakers that I broke the world record for normal streaks, but I don't think they care. I think the consensus among those guys who are very, very good at video games is that this game is an easy game for babies, and it's silly for there to even be a record for normal mode. Of course, that's also a very good way to belittle my accomplishment, so good on you guys. They're not the most aware of the impact of the words that they choose all the time. So, or they are aware, they just don't care. They got that kind of like weird "my life is online" kind of mentality a lot of the time. Why does this game jump still? Still get those weird jumps from time to time. Get out of here. Those guys first. Hey, what's my dog doing? Is he stuck in the wall? If that one before it gets blown up. There's one up top right now. There's one more down below. My familiars this run are they're just crushing it. They're doing such a good job. I think they're consistently impressing me. The orbital, the turret, and the dog are just dominating. Way, oh, right way. Keep stunning these Balonzos. Whoa. I hate when I get a new email about homes in my search area. So I can't do anything about it. Amy. Still on lockdown, Amy. Troopy. Yeah, that thing totally has knockback to it. That sucks. Ooh, got that blank off in time. Nice. That one was scary. Trudy. No ammo. 2 floors, no ammo. We're gonna not have any ammo for the what's it called? The membrane. I'm like leaned on that shoulder too much. I hate how much that one wormy squirmy move panics me. Get that shit away from me. See, that's why the worm move panics me. They just they kind of chase you and kind of don't. So this is a nothing run. This is a nothing run. It's still a win, but it's a nothing run. So it doesn't count as having had a good time. Trying to make it work. What's up, baby? Okay, I'll be done in just like a minute. I'm on the very last phase of the last boss. There we go. Another smooth cruise to Victoryville. Well, let me do something real quick. Yeah, so if you don't click on the afterburner, maybe it's actually still turning the fans on where it should, but it's not showing it. I don't know, the fan curve seems weird. That was a great run in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I should have done better. A lot of destroyed chests that could have had much in there. There's only 57 minutes. Anyway, ooh, almost ended before it was appropriate. Where is my roulette? There. It is my roulette. Can't do 2 in a row. You know how much that hurts me. Gunfire Reborn? Yeah. Okay, cool. Good shit all around. All right. We'll see you next time on a Gunfire run. Adios.